Hello YouTube, it's me Brittany, and today we're going to talk about how to answer those strange questions as a transgender parent that your child may ask you. So I'm going to get more in detail to what that means. That was a very long title. But first, let me say thanks for everybody who's already subscribed. I really appreciate and love every single one of you guys. And if this is your first time watching me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're going to talk about all types of things. The point of this channel is to help everybody get through their transition no matter what stage they're in. Trust me, I've been here for 6 years now, and I understand there's lots of things that go on in the life, and and it's frustrating sometimes to not have somebody to ask those questions to. Well, that's what I'm here for. So today, like I said, we're going to talk about answering the difficult questions that your child asks you once you come out as trans to them. So if you've seen my previous videos on being a transgender parent, you know that I have a 13-year-old. My 13-year-old was the first person I ever came out to. A little bit more about my background working with children. I have worked with children since I was 16, and I am 36 now. So I have a lot of experience working with children in daycare, young ages, as well as working in the elementary age. So yes, I'm not fully trained and professional to give you this information. This is mostly going to be my experiences and what I do to try to help alleviate some of you guys who may not have some of the experience working with children and how to answer some of these questions the right way. Because unlike popular opinion, it is okay to teach your children about gender, and it's not going to ruin their innocence. Like, in fact, it's better to educate them at a young age, so that way, they can just progress. I mean, honestly, education is always better younger than it is later, and I'll do a video on how I agree that we should teach it at least around 3rd to 4th grade gender education and sexual education, so that for the health and safety of children, and I'll explain it in that video. But anyways, so what I want to get into is when I came out, my son was 7 years old, and he was, like I said, the very first person I came out to. So I had to deal with these questions a lot, like, what is transgender? What does that mean? And so, for me, it was really difficult because I wanted my son to understand me, but I also wanted my son to still love me for who I am. So I promised myself to stick to 2 basic rules. So there's a bunch of tips that I could give you, but these 2 basic tips are going to be the key to helping you maintain that wonderful relationship with your child, as well as answering these questions as best and as possible that they can understand. So the first one is something my father, who was in the military, told me all the time. And no offense to anybody, but keep it simple, stupid. Basically, like, don't overdo it. Like, if your child is 7, like mine was, don't try to throw terms out there that they're not going to understand. Keep it simple to the level that they are. And I'll explain to how you can do that all the way down to 5 years old in just a second. The second tip is to be honest. Do not lie. Your children are going to love you no matter what. That's what's built into them. They have to be taught to not love you, and the one way they can learn to not love you is by your dishonesty. So when they ask the question, give them an honest answer. Don't beat around the bush. Don't Santa Claus them. Like, don't get me wrong, Santa Claus and Easter, those things are cool, but this is you. You are their parent. You're going to be around them forever, so you can't give them some kind of Santa Claus excuse. So be honest with them. And here it is, basically. From down to 5 years old, kids know all about gender. They know about certain parts of their body, their heart, their brain, things like that. So the most simplest way to explain what is transgender to a child, and I've used this on many children, and I've had plenty of cisgendered parents be completely impressed with how quickly their child understood it. And this is, like I said, I'm not fully trained. This is just my method, and I hope it works for you. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. But I mean, there are ways that you can do this. And the basic way I explain it is, everybody has a brain. Everybody has a body part down here, and a body. So everybody has a brain. Everybody has a body. First 2 things you need to make sure the child understands. Then, if the child has parents that are, or if it's your parent, your child, you can say, hey, grandma, grandpa, grandma is a girl. She has a girl body with a girl brain. Grandpa is a boy. He has a boy body with a boy brain. Now, to explain yourself, it's simple as explaining I have a girl brain and a boy body, and I need to take medicine to fix that so that my body matches my brain, because we can't change my brain. That's crazy. Brain transplants are crazy, and kids are gonna laugh at that. 90% of the time they're gonna like, yeah, I don't, let's not take our brains out of our head. So they understand, okay, so your brain is a girl brain, like my brain is a girl brain, but I was born unfortunately with a boy body. So I've been taking medicine for the last 6 years to fix my body, and it's doing really well. Anyways, and I'm so close to surgery as well. But like I said, keep it simple. I'm not explaining surgery to a child yet at any point. I'm just explaining brain, body. Mom has a girl brain and a girl body. You have a girl brain, you have a girl body, a boy brain or a boy body. I just was born differently. My brain is a girl brain, my body was born boy, and I now take medicine to fix that. And I promise you, 95% of the time, children are going to understand what that means, and 100% of the time, they're not going to care, because children are the most sweet and innocent people that there are, and they have to be taught how to hate you. So as long as you explain it with the most nice and honest way that you can, they're not gonna have a problem. Like I said, my son was 7 years old, and that was almost exactly how I explained it to him. Now, we went into some other questions, basically my son, as he progressed and got older, started to ask more questions about it, because he started to learn things as he was going along, and I'll address those in other videos for sure. But let's just get through the basics of trying to explain to your child what transgender is, and I promise you, with this simple way that I've explained it to you, it's going to become so much easier for you. I do hope that it's really, really helped you. Once again, this channel is supposed to be about all of us, so feel free to comment, ask any questions. I'll answer them in the comments, and if I don't answer them in the comments, I'll answer them in another video. If you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I promise you, I'm going to make a lot more videos. I am currently working on an introduction to makeup video for some of my baby trans people out there who are maybe in their first month to first year of transitioning and just really don't know where to start when it comes to makeup. So if you're interested in that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thanks, guys. I hope this video was very helpful for you guys. Once again, my name is Brittany. I love every single one of you guys. Bye, everybody.